Hello everybody, welcome back. It is the final Friday of the month. That means we are back in the kitchen for the spice calendar recipe for the month of May. We are going to close it off going to South Africa for some Piri Piri, which I think is a very, very good spice. You can see there in Swahili it means pepper, also known as the African bird's eye pepper. They are small, but they can throw some heat in there. The recipe for this month is shrimp with mint couscous, lemon mint couscous. I had to make two adjustments. One, shrimp, because shrimp would be, that'd be the last video that I actually did on YouTube. And then, actually there it is, this one right there, 2 tablespoons of the chopped cilantro. I am going to omit that because I'm one of the people that has the coriander gene. And, you know, coriander is the plant and the seed, but the leaves are referred to as cilantro, and basically, to me, it kind of tastes very soapy. So we're going to grab the spice pack. We've got some prep work to do, but the ingredients in the Piri Piri: smoked paprika, which I absolutely love, oregano, ginger, cardamom, garlic, onion, piri piri, and cayenne pepper. There is all that. I will be putting that up as it goes along. So let us grab the Piri Piri spice pack, if I can actually lift it. There is May. Oops. We've got Piri Piri. So we are going to take this over. We're going to hit the counter. We're going to start doing the prep work, and then we're going to be bouncing around a little bit. So stay tuned. Okay, I've got the stuff kind of laid out a couple different ways on the counter. We've got all the stuff over there. I'm kind of clearing room in this area because, well, we're going to need it because I have to chop up some chicken, and then we are going to marinate the chicken for about 20 minutes in the mixture of lemon juice, red wine vinegar, what do we got there? Olive oil, and the spice pack. So let us take a moment. I'm going to readjust, and then we're going to get right into the prep work, and then in 20 or so minutes for me, but it'll be about, a minute and a half for you, we will start to get it rolling. Okay, so we have a bunch of little thinly sliced chicken breasts. I wanted to try to keep it relatively close to how long it would take, give or take how long it would take a shrimp to cook, and shrimp don't take that long to cook properly. Shout out Tim, we got the glove action, and honestly it's because I don't mind the sensation of handling raw meat, but it's just the fact that, I don't want to have to be constantly washing my hands over and over, so we're going to do it with the gloves. No glove, no chicken love, as nobody in recorded human history up until me has said until this particular moment. So I'm going to finish off getting all this sliced up, and then we're going to be back. We're going to put the marinade together, throw it in the fridge, and then I'll be back at some point in the near future. Okay, so we have the chicken kind of chopped up into little chunklets, and again, and also because couscous doesn't take very long to cook, so try to get everything to time together. We need a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. They say fresh, and this is fresh out of the lemon. It is what it is. I like the lemon juice. This actually, it makes a pretty decent impromptu lemonade if you're willing to try it. So we need a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Let me get that in there. So a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. We needed a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Oh, come on. Okay, 1 tablespoon red wine vinegar. There we go. We'll set that there for a minute because I'm going to need the measuring spoons again. 1/3 cup of olive oil. Where in the world did I put there? It is. 1/3 cup of olive oil. Alright, 1/3 cup of the olive oil. We get that in there. And then the contents of the spice pack. Set that down there. We need to grab a mixing spoon. We do need a mixing spoon. And also, let us not forget the Piri Piri spice pack. Let's just give that a smell. Oh, that smells so nice. So fragrant. We just get all that in there. Then we're going to give it a stir. I'm going to put a lid on it. Then it's going to go in the fridge. And then I'm going to wait about 20 minutes or so, but for you guys it'll be just a mere matter of moments. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start piecing together the couscous, get the chicken cooked up, then we'll throw everything together, and then I can have some lunch, which is fortuitous timing because I am really hungry right now. So stay tuned. This is going to get covered, thrown in the fridge for about 20 minutes, a half an hour, and we will be back momentarily and go from there. Okay, and truth be told, it's been about 45 minutes. I let it marinate a little more. You can see the chicken is, well, hopefully, yep, the chicken is marinated and looking delicious. Because it takes a little longer than shrimp, plus I have a little more, we're going to get that started, and then we're going to start prepping the stuff for the couscous, because that takes a little time, and then there's going to be some bouncing around jump cuts, while I keep everything in, hopefully, relative orderly fashion. Okay, let the pan heat up a little bit, and then just into it goes. I'm going to keep it low at first while we get all the stuff going for the couscous and whatnot. I will do that later. So, oops, jack that, my apologies. So, in the little pot over on the far burner, it is going to be 1.5 cups of chicken broth, so we're going to do that. I love me these. This was one of the best Christmas gifts in a while, the slanted measuring cups, because we all know it is just a massive pain to constantly be leaning over and looking at it. So 1.5 cups of, come on now, there we go. 1.5 cups chicken broth, that's going to go in. And then what is it? Then we have a tablespoon of olive oil, which magically appears from right here. 1 tablespoon. Oops, a little extra, but a little extra never hurt anybody for the most part. And then 1 tablespoon of turmeric. Or not tablespoon, I'm sorry, 1 teaspoon. Teaspoon of turmeric. That would be an awful lot. So I got some turmeric, and I like turmeric. It's kind of like a slightly grassy, peppery ginger type flavor. It's really nice. So we got that in there, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to bother measuring. That's just a little bit right there. Now we're going to bring that to a boil, and then when it's done, we're going to add in 1 cup of couscous, and then we are going to basically take it off the heat, cover it, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then it's done. And by that time, hopefully the chicken will be just about done. So then we will continue on. So stay tuned. We will be right back. Okay, the couscous liquid is boiling. I forgot to grab a spoon because I was distracted, but, it happens. So into the boiling liquid goes the 1 cup of couscous. And give it a stir, make sure it's all mixed in. Turn off the heat, put the lid on, and just basically leave that alone for the next 5 or so minutes while we wait for the chicken to finish. But, truth be told, even if the chicken takes a little longer, though I don't think it's going to. I think I may have actually timed out everything really well. This could all come together. And then in here we have 2 tablespoons each of, I went the sliced almonds and raisins, because we're going to add that, a little lemon juice and some mint to the couscous once it's done, and then time to plate up and have a little bit of a late lunch. Okay, we're back. It has been about 5 minutes. The chicken is basically just about done. I think for once, I shockingly was able to time everything up. There's one more thing we need. We're going to let that continue to finish off. We've got the mint, and I need a fork for that and a spoon for that. There we go. Now basically, once the couscous is done, on top of it you want to add the 2 tablespoons of almonds and the 2 tablespoons of raisins, a tablespoon of chopped up mint, which I'm going to do right now. Like I say, I have the coriander soak gene, so I'm not using any cilantro, but at this point you would also add 2 tablespoons of cilantro if you want to, and then a tablespoon of lemon juice. Yes, this is the same cutting board we used earlier, but do not fear, I washed it in the interim, so there is no chance of any chicken contamination. And that is about a tablespoon there. We're gonna do that. Oh, that looks and smells very good. You can see there, we'll just set it right here. We will add, yeah, actually you can see that. We've got the almonds and raisins right on top. We've got the mint right on top, and then about a tablespoon, but I got rid of that, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it with a half decent. Yeah, it looks about right. And then we get it fluffed up, mixed up. You know, this is the thing. I've never, up until this moment, and I've had couscous a lot. I really enjoy it. I have never added anything into it, like almonds or raisins. So I'm very curious and very, very hungry. So we're going to do that. We're going to take a pause here real quick. I'm going to move all this aside. We're going to plate it up, and then I'm going to try it, and then I'm going to eat it. Okay, now we are ready to plate. And, oh, that smells so good. Let me know, how many of you have ever put stuff in the couscous? I think, well, obviously, I'm going to start doing that a lot more now. We're going to get some couscous out. Make sure to get some of all the little accoutrements, the almond, the raisin, and whatnot. There we go. Nice little bed of it. Set that there. We're going to get some of the Piri Piri chicken, which smells absolutely amazing. Just put a little bit of that right on top. That looks very tasty, so we're going to pause. So let's just take a look at that. We're going to pause real quick, and then I'm going to give it a try, and then I'm going to have my lunch. So see you in a second. Food time. It looks really, really good. Really good. Smells amazing. All that spice, and they're very kind of earthy spices, if that makes sense. No real other way to describe it, but you got that paprika flavor. You got and the African what are they? The African bird pepper. Oh, let's see. Very, very good. Lemony. Little bit of the spice, not much. Actually, weirdly, could have used a little more piri piri, but very good. Couscous. I really like that with the almonds. That's a game changer for me. I really like that. So, this was lemon chicken instead of shrimp. Or, you know, peri peri chicken instead of shrimp, I should say, with a lemon mint couscous, and I am really happy about it. So I'm going to finish this off. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought down below, and we will see you next month for another one of these.